So another post says, stopping Keppra. I had a TC a couple months ago, did an overnight EEG about 2 weeks ago, and I got diagnosed with epilepsy. They started me on 750 milligrams of Keppra twice a day. I'm 23 years old.
That's a
Pretty
lot.
healthy guy. I regularly go to the gym, play sports, go out, etc. I've decided to stop taking this shit. Honestly, it makes me irritable and angry, way angrier, way worse than it's ever been. I probably will never go back to neuro unless I keep having seizures. Is there still a chance
No.
increased seizures from quitting Keppra, even though I've only been on it for 2 weeks?
No.
do it.
See, they gave him way too much to start out. That's so much
It's a lot.
That
Keppra
calls
for
for second
someone.
opinion.
Oh no.
Like
That's like second
Wait, say it
opinion
again?
new neurologist right now.
750 twice a day
Yeah,
is
that's
what
like
they have him
it's
taking.
1,500 milligrams.
I was
Right,
taking
and
That's
that's just
500
starting.
off
He's
rip.
just starting epilepsy. He's just
Yeah, I was taking
Yeah.
500 at the start when they diagnosed me. I can't imagine taking 3 times as much Keppra.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
man,
scary.
like that's not good, man. Like, you know, like I
Yeah.
was taking 500 milligrams,
It's
700
not
milligrams
good
today.
at
I'm
all.
So no,
going to
okay.
You're
the
not allowed to
supplement
do that,
right
though,
now because I
because
wanna
there's no
wanna
way they can tell
apply.
before they start you on a medication if you're going to be allergic to it.
Right.
True,
So
true.
starting
Or how
at
it's gonna
that
affect
high of a
you.
dose,
Yeah.
that sounds like some kind of violation for sure.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
I don't know.
post on that and I don't see it here, but someone should post on that and just tell him to talk to his doctor about changing medications. Just
Yeah.
tell his doctor it's not affecting him right, and he needs to try a
Right.
different medication.
And that the other option is that they're just going to stop taking it, and then the doctor will take it
And-
seriously.
And this is what you get if you stop taking it. Like seriously,
Yeah.
Cold turkey injuries.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Don't ever stop taking your medicine.
No, I told my mom today.
You're
I
not
called
supposed to
her
do that.
after work. I was like, "Mom, I'm never not taking my medication again. I promise you." And she
Good.
said,
Since everybody
"Alright."
kind of loses
Yeah, like look at my face.
track of
Honestly,
stuff, do you guys use?
I'm saying the same thing too. Like look
Yeah.
at my face, and you know,
We
just
all
like
miss doses, but
with
we
the whole
never
scars and
stop
everything, like
taking.
in my face currently, like I mean, like you know, like after taking Keppra for 7 years, like I told myself, like after taking Keppra and all this stuff, you know, like I'm not taking Keppra ever again. Like, I mean, like you know, like I mean, you know, like and the worst part is like I don't think I can ever live with taking Keppra ever again. I'm scared of taking Keppra.
Yeah. Well, are you on something else right now?
Just like I've been taking like vitamins, I've been taking
That's
vitamin B6.
I'll tell you that's what I was doing. I was taking supplements, vitamins, fish oils, magnesium glycinate instead of Keppra, and I was still it was getting worse and worse for me. The auras. I would maybe talk to your doctor about swapping over, trying a different medication, because seriously, Keppra is just one of dozens out there.
Mhm.
And it's just one of the most popular ones. It really is just like the
It's
most
just the
popular
first
one.
starter one.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's
They
like-
don't have to
Yeah,
keep you
it's
on
a
that,
go-to.
hun. You can try
Yeah. It's
It's like
something
the gold
else.
Yeah.
standard. They start there.
That's right. They
No,
always
'cause
start there. It's not-
I don't like taking medication. I got diagnosed with depression. They gave me SSRIs. I never took a single SSRI, and I battled the depression. I got out of it, and I thought I could do the same with the medication, really. And I was just naive. My doctors were naive, and it just affects everyone so differently. It's not one epilepsy. Everyone's brain's completely different. Not one of us thinks at all the same. And how would our brains act the same if that's
And our epilepsy, we all have different causes
Mhm.
and different places in our brains that it's called, being caused by.
I
So
think mine's stress related anxiety, and I can tell when I get in like weird social situations, like even in this call, like I get a little anxious. I've gotten a couple of those phantom smells and stuff like that. And again, I don't know if those are auras, but at the same time, it's like it's not normal. It's not something I'm usually smelling, and it's
Well,
just
start
something that
writing them
comes on.
down,
Yeah.
because maybe sometimes you'll get that phantom smell, and then an hour later, something a little more noticeable happens.
yeah.
So like,
that's
how did
exactly
you
what
like
happens.
battle like the it's like how do you battle like SSRIs? You know, like the reason why I'm saying this because I'm taking like Geodon and stuff like that, and like I'm like I'm tapering off Geodon right now, and I'm tapering off Geodon right now. I've been talking to my psychologist at like Angela Jackson about it. She told me something about like you need to stay on the I supposed to be stay off the Geodon because Geodon have been I told let me start over. I told Doc Angela Jackson to stay off the Geodon, and I'll talk to Alyssa about it, and and we broke up because of we broke up because I was on the Geodon a lot,
Mhm.
and and basically like it was and basically like I was on it and the effect on it I was on the Geodon for like at least like for like and I was on Geodon for 2 years, so like
Oh, wow. Is Geodon, if you guys don't know, is Zapracidone. It's an antipsychotic.
Oh, okay,
Generic name,
okay.
Zapracidone.
I wasn't entirely certain, but
Yeah, no, that's a long time, and I'm sure that affects.
wow.
That's another reason why I think it's important for you to try different medications, because
Yeah.
like,
Is that
yeah,
another one where you develop resistance and they just keep upping the dose?
Ugh, tell me not.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
how
mean,
much have they upped
I'm
the
saying
dose
tell me
recently?
not, but I don't know. That sounds terrible. I'm gonna go look for a drink. I'll be right back.
We literally chased her away. Sorry,
Oh.
Sailor Moon. Or Mom. Whoops.
Mom, I love the name.
I
no.
think all the medical resistant
The only
ones
thing down here is
they just keep upping the dose.
Oh, no, I feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Don't
Don't
feel
Never.
feel
bad,
bad at all.
sweetheart.
No, this is
No.
a judgment-free
We're just
zone.
trying
We
to
are.
Don't feel
we're
bad.
here to support you and give you some ideas
Exactly.
on how
Yeah,
to feel
do not
better.
ever feel bad.
Oh, for
Seriously.
heaven's sake,
Never.
no, sweetheart, no. That's not. I
No.
wasn't trying to run away from you. I was going to get a
No,
drink
she wasn't
in the
running
other
away. She
room.
was grabbing the water. Yeah.
I
she
was
was
You are
trying
grabbing
to
you are
find
water.
a drink.
absolutely doing the right thing. You are
Yeah.
doing the best thing that you can by you and
That
anybody
is
that you
right.
care about. Oh,
Yeah.
and here's this one.
Hi,
Okay, you
Oh,
want to say
baby.
hi?
hi. What's his name?
Hey.
This Jamar here.
Jamar.
Hey,
Hi, Jamar.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, buddy, this is a live
Listen,
call.
I wasn't
Hi.
running away from you, honey. Okay?
No,
Look,
no.
seriously. I was just going in the other room to see if there was anything to drink, but my son only left me milk in the other room, so I'm gonna have to go upstairs to get something better. That's
Huh.
all. Wasn't
Oh no, it's okay.
no, because I had a best friend who was on antipsychotic medication, and she's she's a great lady. And it's just something that happens. And if she had seizures too, I'm sure that she would speak to her doctor about trying to figure out how to make the medications
For each
work
other.
together. Because I know that she had to go back to her doctor a lot about medications not working properly.
Yeah.
That's
It
definitely
happens.
I know we probably don't have like a medical professional we could easily join on here, but my mom has been a nurse for the last 45 years of her life.
Ooh.
And if anyone has any questions or would just like to talk to someone who's a medical professional, who's been there her entire life,
Yeah.
I think she would love to join the call sometime next week or so.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was gonna surprise you guys and find a neurologist to join us. I've been thinking about that. Just find some neurologist that we can just talk over and tell them
Well, I mean,
what the shit that's going
I
on.
have my appointment with my doctor, my neuro, this Tuesday. I'll bring it up with him. I'll see if he has anyone who's willing to, jump on the call with us and just answer some questions for us or just give us some information.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Or
same
your
code
mom.
every week.
Either way.
Or my mom, yeah. If it
I
doesn't
mean,
work out,
nurses
I'll
are
still-
great. Nurses
Nah.
mean everything.
Oh wow.
She like Pookie said, you need a support in your life, and she's the biggest support you could ever ask for as a nurse. Like she loves
Yeah.
me unconditionally, and she only wants me to thrive. And so she'll
Right.
give me a
My mom's like that too.
Yeah.
She's the really biggest support I have.
Just goofy off topic question. How long do you think you guys would last in if we had a zombie apocalypse?
Until my last pill was gone. I mean, unless I can go rob a pharmacy. Other than that, I'd last as long as I have
Isn't that
pills and
great?
there's fresh water.
Oh my god!
I
I
was
don't
just like
even want to
talking about
Until-
that with my friend. I was just
I
like,
was
yeah, dude,
I would
just
say man, that's a good question. That's a good question. Like I would say like until like that's a good question. Until like I would say like like I would like rob until I would like rob like my last until I'll rob my last like until I would like get in the car and just until just rob and just drive all the way to Canada and say like hey hey y'all, I'm out of here.
See, I would drive down to the CDC and I'd just bang on the door, be like, I'm epileptic, let me in. You can't just leave me out here. And they got all the medication. I know they can synthesize all the medication I need in there. I'd be fine.
Well, if you
Yeah.
see in The Walking Dead, the CDC didn't
True,
turn up.
true. That's what
No, they
came to
didn't have
mind.
anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
will-
seriously thought it was gonna be like the end of The Walking Dead when they got to the CDC. I was like, oh, it's gonna be based around this like doctor trying to save everyone.
Yeah.
I was like, one episode, they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I tried. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I tried. Yeah, I tried to get into Canada one time, and it didn't turn out very well.
I think they have a
Yeah,
lot of
In
security there.
Canada, yeah.
Once it hit season 5, I couldn't get in. Couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, eh,
It's just the same
It's-
thing over and over again.
it's just mid.
Agreed. Well, Pookie,
Sorry.
what was the question you had about Kepra? You had something about Kepra.
Oh no, I had a post about Kepler. I was starting, and then we went off into
We went off
something
topic
so-
about the zombie apocalypse. And I would say that I would have lasted forever before I got sick, and now I don't know.
Right?
I'd just
You
be
would've been
like,
invincible.
hey guys.
I'm
make
sorry,
sure my
I was
last memories
raised
don't
in
go.
the Appalachian Mountains. I know how to fight off things.
Heck yeah.
But the epilepsy medicine, I don't know how long I would last. And once that goes,
Oh, I would just tell my friends, be like, look, guys, just make this a happy one, crush a bunch of pills up, and then just
have a
give me
big
code
party, and go to sleep.
Like,
Yeah.
just give me a code red, crush a bunch of pills into it. Let's have a great last day. We
I had
just
my
make it
first
happen.
soda today. In months.
Then you guys gotta survive.
right.
Yeah. Well, we're up in the mountains and we got guns. There ain't very many people, so I imagine we'll be all right if that did actually
It was pretty
happen.
good.
Back
All
on
right,
topic.
Okay, sorry.
Someone
Kepra.
said, just started Keppra. I've been put on Keppra 500 milligrams twice a day. I've never had seizures before, but I am on another med, Wellbutrin, that can lower the seizure threshold. A couple of days ago, I ended up having 3 grand mal seizures in a span of 14 hours. But since
Jesus.
I don't have any title of epilepsy, all of this is completely new to me. I've noticed that I've been very, very tired on Keppra, almost as if I'm dragging my feet. Is this normal? And what side effects should I be expecting to look out for?
Change medications. If you're having
Yes,
3
now.
gram malls in 14
Change the
hours,
medication
change
now.
medication.
Get the fuck off of Wellbutrin. Seriously, that's
Yeah.
like the
That too.
Yeah.
immediately my psychiatrist is like, yeah, one thing we cannot put you on is Wellbutrin because that's gonna raise the cause
Yeah.
Why
for
would they
seizures.
do that? That's so.
Because they're
Almost.
uninformed. And he
Dude,
said the
I'm happy. I'm
Wellbutrin's
so
gonna,
happy with my providers.
it's gonna
Sounds like you have good
increase
ones.
or lower his threshold for the, or increase his threshold for the seizures, but Kepra does that automatically. I don't know why they need him on both to begin with. Like he's never had seizures
That's
before.
terrible.
That's crazy. Another person on 1,000 milligrams a day of Kepra plus another medication. Like that's
Right,
too
a
much
medication
for-
that lowers the threshold. I don't understand that.
lowers
Like,
it.
you gotta have your doctors working together. Like,
Mm. You're supposed to know what you're taking, damn it. I don't like it.
Yeah, one of my high school friends was having seizures because of the medication they were putting him on for the seizures. It was literally causing them. But that guy actually has PTSD. He was an EMT right out of college or out of high school.
Mm,
He's seen some terrible stuff. It's so sad.
mm.
okay, in the comments, I found something from someone that said, I had a really bad time with Keppra. I started at 500 twice a day and then went to 1,000 twice a day, which is 2,000. Yikes. My mental health went straight down the toilet and I wanted to stop my life every single day. I switched to Vimpat and it immediately went away. Still having seizures on Vimpat, but the mental health stuff is gone. This is my experience, though. Others are very successful with Keppra. Trial and error, unfortunately.
This affects everyone differently. Seriously.
Almost everybody has trouble with Keppra. There's some people who can do it. But I'm assuming they have smaller kinds of seizures or something. I don't know, really.
I obviously,
It's
go
like-
ahead, sorry.
That many people have like a bad reaction to it, or it's just like the effects are like
The side effects are that bad that they
Well,
overcome
that
the
bad that it's like that's
Yeah.
what everyone notices.
Well,
That's what
what I was
everyone
gonna
knows.
say.
You know?
Is like I understand like Keppra probably does like, or not probably, it does affect your brain chemistry, your motivation, stuff like that. But at the same time, like how much of it is people becoming epileptic, like starting to have to live
Right.
with that.
To
Like
just have to
most of
deal
these
with that
people
problem.
aren't driving anymore. They're not being able to go
Oh,
do
yeah,
the same things
yeah.
they want to go do. And like that's depressing in itself. Like the Keppra is not gonna cause all of that. Like
It is.
I know how depressed I got when I couldn't drive anymore, and
Oh.
I was biking like 11 miles to class every day.
Oh,
Like life sucked for me. I was like, I'm 24 years old. Why the fuck do I have to be doing this?
And
And
biking,
so-
how can biking be safer than driving?
I know, I
Sorry,
know
just let me
somebody-
throw that one
yeah.
out there.
How else am I supposed to
know
get to
somebody
You
with
class?
fall
epilepsy
over
who
into
said-
traffic? I mean, what the?
Yeah. My
Sorry.
wife
As a
kept
mom, I'm
saying,
just
like-
gonna throw that one out there.
wife kept saying like, "Oh, you can just bike." I'm like, "No. If I'm in a car, I at least have a shot to live."
Yeah.
Right, at
you
least you're
gotta
covered
go
by a
down.
car.
Fuck.
Bike, you go down in your head, you're donezo. Like
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was, man, but the
That was
biking.
in my 3-year free when I was trying to get my license, and I was like, the seizure came back big time, and I was like, nope, not going for it.
not worth it.
Yeah. Well, my mother did have a coworker who was 8 years seizure free, and he, of course, had his license back. But he had a seizure driving, and he killed the 4 people in the car that he hit. And he had to live with that for the rest of his life.
And that is why I will never.
That
drive
is why
again.
I also, even if they did control my seizures, I'm not sure I would drive again.
My mom's
Just
asked me if I'm ever
based
gonna
on
drive
that,
again.
I just don't think I could. My guilt wouldn't be able to deal with it. I already have
I
guilt
couldn't
that's
live with that.
unprovoked, you know?
Honestly, like I wouldn't be super
I
mad if
couldn't
they
live
said I
with
would
harming
never, I'm not
somebody
allowed to
else.
drive again. Like just since I've had seizures, since I've had a car accident while having a seizure, it's like if they tell me I can never drive again, I'm not gonna be upset about that. I'm not gonna kill someone. I'm not
Right.
gonna risk it.
Right, yeah. I know, I love driving. I miss driving. I sometimes want to cry about it.
I used to
But also,
race.
I think about that every time I think about it. I'm like, and then there's that. And now most of my kids are old enough to drive. So,
I can drive you around.
you know, yeah. We still have my sports car sitting out here. One of them can drive that one.
What
and
sports
the-
car?
What's that?
What sports
You're
car?
gonna
I
take it.
have it's a BMW, a 2001. Shoot, I would have to go outside and look at the doggone thing because my memory is that bad now. Hold on.
350i or
What's that?
350i or Z3?
Well, you hold on one second.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Sorry, I like cars. I used to race cars, and that's why I'm like ultra sad about not being able to drive. It's because I can't race cars anymore.
I think that's the good thing about epilepsy for me is that I can't drive because I wanted to be a street racer. So I mean,
You're like
It
the
worked
fact
out,
that
I
I'm
guess.
here is because of my epilepsy. Like I might be
yeah,
dead
I
already.
think
if I
that was
street
a
racing.
good thing because I would have been
Yeah.
a street racer.
Yeah, that's dangerous, but so fun. Oh my, racing's so fun.
Yeah. I was gonna wait for her so I could read some of these Keppra success stories.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to make him jump away.
It's all right. She listened to Tuna, had to go check out that car.
Yes,
Go back.
you were
Here
right.
she comes.
Z3?
Yes, it's a 330i.
330i. Oh, nice.
And then we actually own another 330i that's my husband's car when he's driving the car, but he has a big Ram 2200 and a big Navigator too. So,
Up in the
but
mountains,
at the
I
time,
don't.
I had a little tiny sports car.
Pookie had a couple things to read. Some Kepra success stories.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Kepra
yeah.
success.
Good.
It says, "Hey, I'm on the same exact dosage, and I have been seizure free since I started almost a year ago. I had some grogginess, which disappeared after a couple weeks. Yet to experience any other side effects. I exercise 4 to 5 times a week. Stick with it. If it doesn't subside, try something new."
Don't stick with it. Don't tell people to stick with it. You have options out there. If you're sad and depressed, taking your medication,
There's a lot of different things.
Which?
Yeah, it might just not work for you. That's what my epileptologist said. Sometimes it just,
like
Yeah,
I got the
everybody's
grogginess. I
unique.
didn't really get like a bunch of anger. I got annoyed at people, but probably just as much as I usually got annoyed at people.
Mhm.
And yeah, but if it's not helping you, don't deal with that.
It's like a fingerprint, you know?
Exactly.
You're not going to find the same fingerprint for everybody.
No,
Exactly.
every
Right.
brain's different. Those drugs are going to move through it differently.
Exactly.
Any
Another
other
story.
success? Yeah.
My biggest issue on Kepper was angry outbursts over nothing. I just had no self-control over my negative emotions, but 500 milligrams is pretty small dose. I'm taking that now, and I really don't experience anything severe. It does take maybe a week or two to adjust to Kepper and just start feeling normal again.
Yeah. I mean, he's not taking much. 500 milligrams a day isn't too much. And that's honestly what I was feeling. Like, I wouldn't have like outbursts and stuff. I'm a pretty happy person overall, so I try to stay light and happy. But
Mhm.
I got groggy for my first week or two. And after a week or two, I was still having breakthrough seizures, so I probably needed to up my dosage. But no, I haven't had any issues with it.
Right.
Oh, this is so mean. Like with with taking Keppra, like when my first time taking Keppra back in my Florida State years, and like I wish someone would tell me this, and I wish someone would tell me this back in my Florida State years, because I was someone who would tell me this in my Florida State years. I was someone, and if someone would tell me this in my Florida State years, I mean, like I would be like so far ahead, and and none of this would have happened,
Yeah.
and and I'll be like right in the music picture, but yeah, but like I had like angry outbursts and all that stuff, and like now all my friends want nothing to do with me.
How old are you, Jason?
Like I'm 28.
Dude, you're so young.
Yeah.
There's still so much time for you to find the right medication that works for you. I
Yeah.
don't
And
get
there's
discouraged. I'm
so
25. I
many.
know I'm younger than you. I don't really have much room to talk, but seriously, like it makes me so sad to hear you say that like, you're out of the music game and stuff like that. Man, there's musicians out there starting at 35, 40 years old. Like you have so much time to still figure things out and do music. Don't let this be the reason you don't do it, because seriously, people go through I shouldn't say people go through worse, because everything is different for everyone,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
people go
Everything's
through
relative,
similar
but
experiences and they still end up, doing music and stuff. I know you can do it. Seriously.
I'm
The fact
sure.
that
Just
you're
like
on
I
this
said,
call.
about finding the right mate and having children. Don't give up. You're very young.
hmm
Yeah.
There's plenty of time.
Still looking
And
for
it's true. Find a medication that works for you. Don't just deal with it because the doctor said this is the right one. If it's really not working for you,
Yeah,
and you don't feel good.
research it.
Oh my God, don't keep taking it.
You don't want to be that Google scientist or whatever, but at the same time, like I don't really trust my neurologists, and it's such a new medicine as well. It's like most of these medications coming out are within the last 25 plus years. It's like they're very new in the medical world. And
A lot of
so
them.
yeah, don't necessarily just take everything they say face or whatever you call it.
Yeah,
Face
like
value.
at face value. But
value,
do
right.
your own research, ask questions, and try things out. What's the worst that happens? You have another seizure or
Right. And isn't
Yeah.
that what you're already
Yeah.
like, oh God, this
dealing
sucks.
with? Yeah.
Yeah, like like that's kind of like the reason why I went to the Flight Island Recovery Center and stuff like that, because I was in Okeechobee, like trying to find, and like I was kind of scared of asking, of wanting to try a new medication and stuff like that, like, and I wish I would have tried having a new medication and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like, yes, like, and I was gonna ask like what kind of medication, like what kind of new medications should I be taking?
I take
See,
200
I-
milligrams of Lamictal twice daily.
Yeah, I mean, each of us takes something different, and I think that
I think
each of
it'd be
us,
irresponsible to tell you what to take or to
right.
suggest something
Well,
just
yeah,
because
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know how it's gonna affect you. But I think it's just going to your doctor and saying, "Hey, I
Yeah,
hate
what
the
I'll say,
medications I'm on. Please."
Right.
Yeah,
This
what I
isn't
will say
working.
is, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what to take because
Right.
each thing works different for each person.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, it
talk to your
depends on where
doctor.
your seizures are at.
Yeah,
And
and
mine
what the
isn't
cause
mine
is.
isn't under control, so don't do this.
And me either. I'm uncontrolled completely. So
I think it'd be kind of cool if we did a Reddit post on the subreddit asking everyone to like list what they're taking, and just so we could get a list of all the medications. So when you go to your doctor, if they miss a medication, you can go to that list and say, "Hey, someone says they're taking this. What are your thoughts?" And just
right.
bring it up, because I personally don't know the 20 plus medications out there, but I know people are taking them.
Yeah. And if you describe the side effects and things about it that they're really not good for you, or you really are having a hard time with, then they will usually know what it is about that particular medication that isn't doing for you. And they'll usually have at least one other medication that they'll then have as a backup because of the way your side effects are. Am I right, everybody?
I
yes,
Yep.
Okay.
yes.
'Cause
they
I mean,
don't know
that's been
how it's
my
going to affect
experiences.
you, but they know how it does affect people.
Right. And well, they'll usually have at least one more to recommend if you say, I don't like this, I can't do this, or this isn't working, I hate the way it makes me feel, and I'm still having seizures. They'll usually have at least one more thing that they can say, well, would you like to try this?
And you will never be the first person to say that. You will never be
Never.
the first person to say you don't
Never.
like
I've
a
been
medication.
through. I'm going to say 5+.
Oh, I've been probably
I
almost close
can't
to a
even count.
dozen.
I can't even count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
mean, I
I'll
think-
say, yeah, like I think I'll say like 6+ on it. Yeah, I think I'll take a plus higher, because honestly, like, yeah, I think I'll say 6+ because like like, yeah, because like you don't know, like, because like it'll be kind of dangerous, because it'd be kind of dangerous if you don't know the risk of it, honestly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to have a serious conversation with your doctor about how is it affecting you and why you don't like it. And then they can say, well, this is how this kind of medication works. Would you like to try that? Or this medication works like this. Maybe that would work better for your style. I mean,
All
I
right,
can't
Kevin.
say, and nobody else can either
Good
except
night.
the doctor, right?
Yeah.
I gotta get
Okay.
get
Bye,
dinner
Kevin.
started.
It was so great
No, have a
talking to
great
you.
rest of your night.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
too.
thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for
letting me
telling us
talk.
about your heart thing. That's so
All right.
incredible.
See you, everyone.
All
See
right,
ya.
Kevin.
Bye.
Bye. Gosh, I hope I didn't talk over him, drive him out.
No,
Nah, I've been talking.
we were
about
probably
it.
talking. He probably thought to leave like 10 minutes ago. Kevin said that last time. He's like, I thought to leave a while ago, but then got into the stories.
Yeah.
Well, we all have important things that we need to talk about, right?
I mean, that's why this is kind of here, for us to just talk about everything.
Exactly.
Right.
Angel, you look just like one of my coworkers I used to work with named Bob. Every single time I look at your face, I seriously think I'm looking at him. it's like it's gonna give me a seizure or something. It's gonna mess up my brain.
You're gonna accidentally call him Bob.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Bob here at some
How
point.
are you, Bob?
Hi, Bob. I'm changing my name to Bob now.
There you go. Angel Bob Rivera. There you go. We like it.
I spoke with, I think I brought this up prior. I spoke with one of my mom's high school friends from, she's been having seizures for about 45 years of her life. And she's never going to drive again, but man, she has learned to make the most out of life. I will say, if like you want to feel some positivity from someone with epilepsy, like it's her. She's 55 or something, and she's still just partying, having a good time, and just not letting it interfere with her life. I love that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You have to. If you don't, you let it consume you. You'll be depressed and down and some more.
There-
But
Yeah.
There's going to be things that bring you down. Trust
Oh, yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
But
me more interested.
Don't let the epilepsy do it.
Yeah, really.
No.
It's better if it isn't. Gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm dropping things again, everybody.
Yeah, it's funny, like everyone always makes a big deal when I tell them I have epilepsy, but never once anyone's ever asked questions like you guys ask questions here, or never even had conversations close to the ones we have here. It's like no one truly understands it. I think they're afraid to talk about it. And that's another thing. Like people saw my eye today at work, and they're like, "Did you get in a fight or something?" I'm like, "No, I have epilepsy and I had a seizure." And they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Why are you sorry?" Like I don't know why you're apologizing.
Well, I
It's like,
am sorry that you got hurt, but
yeah, but they're like sorry for
Yeah.
asking, and it's like no, I don't want you guys to be sorry for asking. I want you guys to ask. I want you
Right.
guys to be
you guys should
informed about
know.
this. Yeah.
What if something happens? You
What
know?
if your family member gets one? You're like,
Right.
man, I'm realizing how easy it is for people. I did read that like every single person will have at least one seizure in their life.
Wow.
It's not 100%, but statistically,
pretty
every
much,
single
yeah.
person will have at least one seizure in their life.
yeah, that's what Rick was saying. He said he had his first seizure, then his doctor was like, "Huh, everybody's due for one,"
Yeah.
and
That's
just let
what
him
they
go
told
home.
me with my first one.
Yeah.
And I almost died. I mean, I stood up the first time. What the
Yeah.
Wow.
fridge?
Yeah,
Why would
yeah.
you say that to somebody? And then it was
Everyone has one?
exactly 1 month and 2 days later that I had my second tonic-clonic grand mal, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to call it grandma.
Yeah.
I'm old school. I call it grandma.
Grandma.
Sounds
Grandma.
good. Whatever you want to call it, that's certainly what
Grandma.
I'm
happened.
gonna start calling it that too.
Yeah.
I,
They said, "Oh, you'll never have another one," and then bam, that happened. And
Yeah,
Like
and
I
I
told
said,
you,
"You're a
it'll come
terrible
around.
neurologist."
like 3 months on the dot for me. I have my next seizure every time.
Yeah. You'll never
Just like
have
I
another-
said, you'll be cool for some time, and then that one guy will pull up like, "Hey, where you been?" Wake up
I
in the
don't know
emergency
how many
room.
grandmas I had over life.
Yeah, me
People are
either.
gonna think our brains are all messed up because we're saying grandmas.
Yeah.
Everyone
Okay,
say that
well,
in
okay, so our
public.
TCs or our grandmas, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
I would guess none of us know exactly how many we've had over the course of our lives because we're just all of us have had too many to know.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
how do you count if somebody doesn't tell you specifically?
Right?
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
I've definitely woken up and not knowing if I had a seizure or not. And like
or
Yeah.
say you do
way-
end up going to the ER, and how many do you have while you're there? And they just don't do anything except just push another thing in your IV, and you don't remember, you're out. So
They don't
how
even know if
many
I
did you
have a seizure.
yeah.
They don't even know if I have a seizure. They leave you in the room and then they come and check on you every now
I
and
know,
then.
that's
We're
what I'm
waiting
saying,
for your
like-
results to get
Yeah.
back so you can go home.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, did I wake up from a nap or did I wake up from a seizure? Like
Right.
And why am I here?
Yeah.
why am I here?
Why am
Every
I-
single time. I never believe my doctor. They're like, yeah, you had a seizure. I'm like, no, I didn't.
I argued with the
Uh-uh.
paramedics for like 5 minutes after my first one. After my suit up thing, I was like, no, I have to go to sleep because I have to work tomorrow. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like that was like my first
I
seizure back in
remember
2018.
arguing with.
No,
Oh,
like
sorry.
I'm sorry, what's that, Jason?
I was saying I remember arguing with my. This is when I was a teen, like arguing, not arguing, but telling my dad, I gotta go to school. I gotta go to school, and it's like 7 p.m. at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, like
Yeah.
no, like I no, like I no, like I remember no, like I remember straight up about like in 2018, like I was trying to go to sleep and I had my dog Elmo. I had my dog Elmo at that time, and I had my dog Elmo at that time, and like just I was trying to go to sleep. I was trying to go to sleep, and then my roommate Taylor Cootie, and he was taking me up, and I woke up. There was a bunch of paramedics, and then like th- they just looked at me like crazy, and I was wondering like what in the world is I'm wondering like what in the world's going on here, and then I'm wondering like what in the world and where is my dog, and like they just put me up and like they just took me they took me to the ER they took me to the ER and I was like okay, they took me to the ER and I was like okay.
Mhm.
Like and like my mom was there, Calvin was there, and Taylor was there.
Mhm.
All my family was
Yeah.
there when I had my car crash, and I'm sitting there. They're like, "Yeah, you had a seizure and totaled your car." I'm like, "No, I didn't. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I
Wrong.
was like, that was a dream I had."
Oh.
And
Oh.
then I realized that it wasn't a dream. I like remember the car crash and everything. It's
Oh.
crazy.
Like and I was 21. And I was like 21 at that time.
Mhm.
Like and that was like back when like I and back then like I was and back then like I was at and back then I was at like at Hayden like back then I was at Hayden Road. Back then I was at Hayden Road. Like that was at Hayden Road
Mhm.
at Villa del Lono. That was when that was when I had my first apartment at that time. So that was like in January 2018. It's kind of funny, like I kind of remember it now, like after that first seizure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got another Kepler success story.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Someone says, I love Kepler. Everyone hates on it, but it has been a godsend for me. I'm on 1,000 milligrams twice a day, but started at 500. The few first weeks, I was so sleepy, but all that stopped, and I have zero issues and zero side effects. If you're noticing huge personality changes and rage, then call your doctor immediately. If not, then try to push through and see if the fatigue stops. Don't take Wellbutrin within a few hours of taking Keppra and see if that helps.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Opposite of what we heard before. Don't take Wellbutrin if
Yeah.
you recently took Keppra.
Don't want to mix the two, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I like that. He's telling his success story and telling people, talk to your doctor if you are seeing these side effects. Not
I
normal.
agree with that too, always. If
Yeah.
it is not working for you, for God's sake, just say something right away.
Also, why not ask something? Like, it's just because you have epilepsy doesn't mean you have to deal with these drugs you're taking. You don't have to deal with this anger, these side effects. Like,
Right. The bad parts don't. I mean,
yeah, like just because
it's
you have
already
epilepsy,
crappy enough,
exactly.
Yeah.
They will do everything they can to lighten the load on you, and
Right.
it's just sad that
Yeah.
they're not more
It's only
talkative
adding
about it.
stress to you.
Exactly. Exactly. It's only adding stress, and the more stress that you add, the lower your threshold. And the lower your threshold, the more seizures you're going to have, no matter what medication you're on, or no matter
Right.
what they do for you. So, or how you eat, or how you sleep, or any of those things.
Yeah.
Right.
Got anything else, Pookie?
Definitely.
Yeah, it says, can you get a seizure from mixing different benzos with sleeping pills? I don't know what benzos are, but
Benzo,
Yeah,
diazepam.
yeah. Benadryl.
Yeah.
Benzodiazepines,
Benzodiazepine. Isn't
such
that the same
as
thing
like
as
lorazepam, and
Lorazepam,
Klonopin,
diazepam,
Oh,
clonazepam,
yeah.
Klonopin, and
and I forget the fourth one.
Anything that's affecting your brain is gonna interact with your
yeah, you know what?
seizures.
You don't mix I'm assuming they mean over the counter sleeping pills. Don't mix
Yeah.
over the counter sleeping pills with
No.
it. For one thing, most over the counter
Wow.
sleeping pills have the same exact chemical makeup as Benadryl, which
Mhm.
I think we all agreed, most of our epileptologists have said Benadryl is bad news for you.
Very.
So
Yeah.
probably it would not be, if you need sleeping pills because you can't get enough rest, then you definitely should talk to your epileptologist
Mhm.
or your regular physician and bring up the fact you're on the other medication.
Or just try something natural, like
Sure.
take some melatonin,
Yep.
or just do
Melatonin can
something
be,
before going to bed.
yes,
Like
right
something
before
as
bed.
simple as just reading a book is
Yep.
going to make you sleepy.
Yep.
Something as simple as looking on your phone is gonna make you sleepy. Do something boring before you go to bed if you're having trouble sleeping. Take some melatonin, or just work out a little bit before going to bed. Literally just do some planks, do some sit-ups, do whatever.
Eat some
Tire
yogurt.
yourself out. Eat some yogurt.
That came
Oh,
straight from
that-
my psychiatrist
That helps you
Why
go to
yogurt?
many
sleep.
years ago.
Watch old clips of To Catch a Predator.
To Catch a Predator. Nice.
There you
go.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
so
that's
funny.
That would make my husband so mad he wouldn't sleep for a week.
He's like, no, dude, it's so funny. He's like, I didn't know who it was. I just came here. I was just curious.
Yeah. Like I got a question on I got a question honestly
Mhm.
about I got a question honestly. So like, the substance use actually like destroys the substance use like actually like destroys like the substance use actually like keeps going with seizures and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so yeah, so like yeah, so like just like yeah, so like yeah, so like I like vape and stuff.
Mhm.
So I vape like pretty much most of the time, and like I have Asperger's syndrome, so like I vape a lot. I vape a lot and stuff,
Is
and
it
like that, and I vape a lot
That
and stuff.
will have an
cannabis?
effect.
Is it
Hmm?
cannabis or is it tobacco vape?
Yeah, which one?
Yes, I mean like
Cannabis.
tobacco is nicotine.
It's nicotine. Okay, I
Uh,
actually don't know. I
So
smoked for 7 years and I quit when I got pregnant.
I
nicotine
never
will
tried nicotine.
absolutely interact with your seizures, your brain chemistry, 100%. It's a nootropic.
Okay.
It's gonna affect your brain, how it fires, how
Yeah,
things
I
start
thought it
working in
might
it.
be one of those past the blood-brain barrier things, but I wasn't
Ad-
positive.
Additionally, nicotine itself is really good for you. It's a great nootropic. It's healthy for your brain. Every single way we ingest it to get it to our brain is unhealthy for us. So
Right.
when you
Where
vape
Pookie
it,
go?
you're also increasing your blood pressure and increasing your stress levels in your body, which are also going to lower your thresholds. So I stopped
There you
vaping
go.
completely. I vaped since I was 16 years old until I was about 24, had my first seizure, stopped vaping, and I still have seizures, but at the same time, it gave me that reason to quit. And at the same time, I knew it was affecting me. Like it was causing issues.
Right. And what I would say is that my father got lung cancer, which was another reason for me to quit. And he, died from it. So, and I don't know about vapes, but I imagine that that it's probably about the same. I don't know. Of course, cannabis vapes.
Worked pretty good for me.
My
Yeah,
doctor
I mean, I
tells
say
me-
that, but 20 years down the line, I might find out that I have get some kind of lung something. But you know what? Right now, it's still good
I
for me.
smoke cannabis almost every day, and my doctor tells me, he's like, I'm not going to tell you to stop smoking it if you think it's helping you.
Mhm.
Keep using it.
Mhm.
And but
My doctor
otherwise, he has no
said,
reason for me
yeah,
not to.
as long as I don't see some bad reason for you not to, definitely don't just stop. I mean, if you've been doing it for, God, how old am I? 35 years. If I've been doing it for 35 years, then, or whatever, for 30 years, something.
Yeah.
And I know it means almost nothing coming from a random stranger online, but try to use it as a reason to quit vaping. Try to say like, hey, I wanna better myself. I wanna be healthier. I wanna try to get on medication that's gonna be helping me truly.
Better for me,
And
to make me feel good.
and vaping is just something that is going to interfere with that, you know? Like every time I vape now, I feel sick to my stomach, and that helps me not vape anymore. It's because I know I'm not going to get a buzz or anything like that. I'm just going to feel sick to my stomach and feel gross. But again, I just kept telling myself like, this is just another reason for me to stop vaping,
Mhm.
and vaping is just another thing that's causing these seizures. So
another
until I
reason.
get rid of them, I'm truly not caring for myself enough. And I'm not trying to say anything to anyone at
No,
all. It's
no,
just
me either.
it's
No.
just the way I was able to get myself to quit was just saying like, I don't want to have these seizures. Vaping is a reason I'm having these seizures. Let's just try to cut it out. And unfortunately, it's going to take medication, but at least I'm not vaping anymore.
Yeah.
Power of Western medicine is cause and solution to all of life's problems.
Agreed.
Yes.
Cause an
It
issue
will-
and then solve
Yes,
it.
I agree a lot, honestly. Yes. Yes, I definitely agree a lot, honestly. Because yeah, I definitely agree a lot because the solution the solution is like starting with all of it to knock all this away. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's been.
All right, I'm gonna go down the line some more.
please.
I had 2 seizures and almost died.
Ooh.
As the title states,
Ow.
I had 2 seizures. My fiance saved my life and wound up in the hospital. I've been on IV drips for nearly a week, and
Ooh.
I think I might be getting released today. My family has been very supportive, but they haven't really acknowledged everything my fiance has done. I'm trying to think of a way to show appreciation for how much she actually did. Looking for recommendations.
I mean, even something as simple as like, taking care of her when you get home, just like doing the hard things, making dinner, making the bed, just tidying up so they don't have to do anything, I think would just kind of prove to them a little bit that you're caring.
Yeah.
Or at least as long as it's not, going to be too much for you, that it's going to lower your
Exactly.
threshold. Yeah, because of course, if you have another seizure, that'll be bad for her. But
But if she took care of you, you took
yeah,
care
if
of
you
her.
could make her a meal or something wonderful like that, maybe you could have something
Surprise her
delivered
with
before you guys
something.
get home.
Yeah, do what you can.
I don't
Yeah.
want to say something like financial, because I know that's probably not
Right,
your
maybe
first
that's
thought right
not-
now. That's not any of our
Yeah.
first thoughts is let's buy something expensive after
Great. That
a
I
week
wasn't
in the
thinking. I was thinking
hospital.
food.
No, exactly. And that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
like something as simple as just tidying up the house and being like the maid for a week, if you can do that, and just showing her that you took care of me for the week, I'm going to take care of us for the week.
Right.
When me and my wife were in a good spot, I used to make her stuffed French toast, and she loved it.
God,
Nice.
sounds so good right now.
Yeah, so
Right.
dude. With some strawberry whipped cream. Oh, like, come on.
And all I have is ice cream right now.
I got ice cream as well.
Chocolate
I bit
ice
my
cream.
tongue.
I got 2 big tubs of
Chocolate ice cream.
chocolate
brownie.
brownie ice cream.
I've got some Ben and Jerry's half baked in the freezer. That's
Ooh,
I got
yum.
bought my
Buckeye.
wife, but I'm probably gonna eat some of it.
I was not feeling good yesterday, and like I had the metallic taste in my mouth. I had a focal aware. I don't know if some of you guys heard that story,
Right.
where I was sitting in the living room with my stepdad, and I was looking out the window. I was looking at a tree. I could tell, like I'm staring at this tree. I don't know why. I could hear him talking, but I couldn't make out what he's saying. And then when I come out of it, he's like, "Nachos, how does that sound?" When I told him I didn't hear anything of what you said. And he was like, "Yeah, you were kind of standing, looking out the window."
I
I was
think I
like,
want
"Okay."
some
I was
nachos.
like, "That's what happened."
That'd be
I was-
good. Or some chocolate ice cream, either one.
Yeah, so then I had the metallic taste in my mouth, and I was like, "Okay, I need something sweet."
Mhm.
So I ordered 2 tubs of chocolate ice cream, chocolate brownie ice cream. And once it got here, it was melting because I called it from Uber Eats.
Mhm.
And I started eating it out of the tub, just it was melting. And I was like, I need to start eating some now. And after I did that, and he's like, my stepdad's like, you should get a bowl. So I'm like, all right, then I go get a bowl. I put some in a bowl. And by the time I sit down, I was like, I have myoclonic, no appetite. Did not want the ice cream anymore. Set it down. I was like, I don't even want it anymore. It's like appetite is gone. I don't know why I wanted ice cream. And then I was like, hold on, let me smoke real quick.
Give me my ice cream now.
Appetite came
And I
back.
picked it up and it was creamy, but it was still had some solid parts. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready for this ice cream and more.
I just want to bring up just briefly about like your vocal that you had, because that's something like I'm realizing with my auras and stuff like that is, do you notice yourself just staring off, like you knew you were staring off at that moment at that tree? Or like did
Afterwards
you know
is when
something
I
was
noticed.
okay afterwards?
Afterwards.
Yeah, because
While it's happening,
During- I'm gone.
because it usually
while it's happening, I'm more like of in my head, what the fuck is going on?
yeah,
And at the same time, I'm not saying what the fuck is going on. I'm just like, it's a what the fuck is going on. Then it's a ooh. I don't know why
That's
I was
what the fuck
there
is
at the
going
tree.
on.
Yeah.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
Noise.
there
You
was
guys
something
are like,
about that tree that was interesting, but then I was like, in that what the fuck moment, and then when I came out of it and I heard nachos, how's that sound? I
Right.
instantly was like, I didn't hear nothing you said. I instantly knew that I was staring at that tree, and I told him I was listening to what you said. I couldn't hear couldn't hear what you were saying, couldn't understand it, and I explained it to him, and he was like, okay, yeah, that's a seizure. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna order this ice cream because my mouth is making this bad
Right.
taste right now.
So many times I gotta repeat myself to people because, like, huh? What?
Yeah. Or I'll ask the same question. Apparently, like I'll ask the same question of a family member like 4 times, and they'll give me the answer 4 times, but I won't remember that they answered me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, that just went straight through me.
I get in my head, like that's when like I'm focused on something and there's people talking in the background, but I get my auras largely and it's like I'm thinking about it, or I'm like thinking about the fact that I'm listening to them, but I'm not listening to them because I'm thinking about listening to them. And I'm not talking, and I'm usually like focused on something. Like it's usually when I'm playing a video game, I'm like locked in on something and people are talking in Discord and I'm listening. I feel like I should be listening. I feel like I should be communicating with
You
them.
know
but
what
I'm
you should be
not.
doing, but it's not.
It's
you're
just not, yeah.
It's not
and
clicking. Yeah. That
I
sounds
always
like a
thought it was just
vocal
like
to
social
me.
anxiety.
Anybody else?
I
Sounds
really
like
have
it.
always just
Yeah,
thought
like-
of social anxiety.
Yeah, like, that sounds like me, honestly. That really does. a little bit.
Yeah. And it's just a panic attack that comes on though. That's what sucks about it. Like it wouldn't suck if it was just me kind of losing awareness for a little bit. But
I think you're probably
Man.
having some focal
yeah. But
seizures
then
too. Yeah.
feels
I mean,
like just a straight panic attack after.
Yep. I mean, when I woke up balanced on the edges of some boxes, having no idea why I was sitting there, And it was like the day after I had almost fallen into the boiling pasta that my daughter caught me. Yeah, I was like, I felt so panicked after when I woke up. I'm like, why am I here? And what happened? Because it was so different than a regular like tonic colonic, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't, yeah. And it was a completely different kind that I had not, or at least not known that I had had before. So it sounds to me like maybe you're having some focal stuff. Anybody else agree?
I agree.
Yep.
Sounds like a focal. I
Okay.
mean, but then again, I never had an aura to know what an aura is, but
Well,
sounds
I
like a
think
focal.
your focals are auras. And I think my auras are focals, because focals
Yeah.
are just one part of your brain having that seizure before it could go into a full on. But I think, yeah, it's just one part of our brain misfiring. And for you, it might be like your frontal lobe, which stops you from being able to speak or something like, or listen. And for me, it might be some other part of my brain that's making it a like anxiety thing, or like a stress related thing for me.
Right.
Because I'm fully aware, like during it, I never lose consciousness, and I can usually talk somewhat through it, or I feel like I could talk through it. But at the same time, it's just debilitating, and I like know there's something going on, but I just can't do what I need to do in the moment. My brain can't do what I need to do. I can't calm myself down.
That definitely sounds focal. Either focal aware or focal unaware, whatever. Some kind of focal something happening there
And
to go with whatever else you have. And I only say that because it's happened to me. I started with, the TCs, and then we got focal, both aware and unaware now.
I started with the focals, and I think my seizure 2 nights ago kind of solidified that that's what I'm feeling, because I had that exact feeling at the bar, like an aura came over, but it was that I'm listening to people talk, but I'm not really listening to them because I'm like panicked about something's going on in my head. I went to the bathroom and had my
And
grand
that
mal.
was it. Yeah.
Yep. My current neurologist, I've always only known about grand mal, but they said I might have been having absence seizures.
Absence seizures. I've had those. Yep. The focal, the
For
absence.
who knows how long. So he diagnosed me with juvenile absent epilepsy. And
Yeah, that's tough.
I think I probably did too, but my mother just didn't want to deal with it. And so we did it until I almost died.
And sometimes our parents don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Do you think it's due to growing up a
They
little
don't
bit
know
in
what
the
to look out for.
Appalachia?
Oh, me? No,
Yeah.
it's because my mother's an awful human being who
Oh,
caused
yeah.
my epilepsy.
Oh, okay, fair.
She slammed my head into a cast iron crib when I was less than 6 weeks old, and it caused
I'm so sorry.
there's
Yeah,
like a spot right here behind my ear in my brain where it just, well, it took like 4 specialists looking at the various scans that I've had to even find it. They knew where the stuff was coming from, but they couldn't figure out why. And then they found a spot in my brain where it actually goes inwards, and it never grew because someone, and she was the only person ever around that time. And besides that, we had a really, really huge dog, a puppy, and he was massive enough that he could stand up on his back legs and put his front legs across my crib. And at some point in time, between being born and about 4 weeks old, he wouldn't let my mother anywhere near me anymore. And my dad came home from work, and I would be in the crib crying, and the dog would not let her anywhere near me. And finally, she told him he had to get rid of the dog. So,
not the dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It took me I didn't know, for many, many years, but I had issues. I had things at school where they would say I was like, I just wasn't paying attention. They put me in the slowest class. They said I had a learning disability, and the teacher, within a week, she took me back to the office and said, look, guys, you need to do some IQ testing something because whatever's happening here, that's not what it is. And yeah, I think I had some seizures in school during class, and she just didn't like to deal with that stuff. So
I think I know my triggers.
yeah,
As soon as you said my mom did this,
yeah.
I had a mic-like jerk on my left side.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
It's
You
all right.
know,
I'm just kidding.
that's just it, right? I don't talk on the phone with my mother anymore since this happened, pretty much.
I was just kidding. I
Every
mean, I did have
time,
the
though.
jerk, but
But
that
I
wasn't the
sometimes
trigger.
will. I sometimes will have like cluster seizures after talking on the phone with her, so I do tend to
Oh,
avoid it just because
damn.
it's not good for me, right? So why are you going to stress yourself out on purpose?
No, like I think
That's
I
great.
knew my
That's
triggers.
crazy.
No, like, I think I knew my triggers. No, I think I knew my triggers like pretty much like I think I knew my triggers like from like head on out. Like I was like from head on out. Like like I think it's like too much screening, like social time. My brain, like too much screening, like and like I'm not really social enough. I'm probably stuttering a lot.
It's
Like
okay.
I
Don't
probably have
worry.
like Asperger's,
You're
like
fine.
probably like Asperger's syndrome, like playing a lot.
Hey, it's okay.
And
No
so
problem.
probably Asperger's syndrome a lot. And yeah, and the worst part is, the worst part is like I'm not and worst part is, like I'm not and I'm not reaching people like about my problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of the hardest thing, like and like I'm coping and like I'm like letting like all the bad stuff in. So that's probably the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Some of us are used to burying it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why I apologize for everything. Everything.
Mhm.
Always.
I
I did
apologize
that.
for everything just because I live in the Midwest and we apologize for things that don't need any
Apologizing for.
apologizing for.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
oh, sorry.
Yep, yep.
Mhm.
My dad said I was born apologizing. I don't think I was born apologizing, but it was very soon after.
Right.
Yeah, that's why like I was like born in the South. I was born in Vicksburg, Mississippi. I was born in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Now like raised in Tallahassee, Florida.